Welcome, guys. This is Real Issues, brought to you by Reflex Studio Production. And I am your host of today's show. My name is Nelson Abigail. Real Issue is a show that brings about realities affecting our day to day life. And we also bring opinion on people on how these activities has either impacted them or affected their life. And today on Real Issues, we have an interesting topic to discuss on, which is titled Should Religion Matter Above Love and Relationship? Joining me today is an actor and a, and a filmmaker. That's the person of Mr. Alichinu Abel. And on the other hand, we have a documentary filmmaker and a brand strategist, Mr. Kendi Adegboyega.
Mr. Abel, welcome on Real Issues. It's nice having you here. And on to my left hand side, Mr. Adegboyega. You're welcome. It's nice having you guys today on Real Issues. So let's move on to the main discussion of today. Should religion matters in choosing a life partner? It's kind of an interesting question, don't you think so?
Yes, it is.
And it's kind of deep too. So it takes a deeper knowledge to actually reveal a deeper answer of that. So let me ask him first. So tell me, what's your take on this topic?
Thank you very much, I must say. And
You're welcome.
That question is really deep and should be handled very carefully, I must say. But for me personally, religion plays a major role in choosing a life partner.
Okay.
So I'm a Christian, so I'll always say I don't blame anybody or I don't fault anybody who is of a different religion, because most times in Africa or in Nigeria, you practice the religion that you were born into.
Yeah, that's true.
So being a Christian, in my family, I was born into a Christian family. I have a Christian name. I went to Christian school. So that's all I know, or all I knew till I grew up to a certain level. So it becomes a part of me. So marrying someone who is not a Christian will take another time to unlearn and start to relearn some other things. So I was faced with a similar situation some time ago, and the lady said, well, if anything must happen between the both of us, you have to be from my religion. And I'm like, okay. So now the challenge is not about me. It's about your religion. It's about your family. It's about what your father would think, because I'm not from your religion. So what we think we share may not work. So I think religion plays a vital role, and above love, above any other thing. Because love, if we go into it now, we start thinking about different things. What is actually love? What do you say you love somebody? You can do everything for that person. At the end of the day, you see some challenging situations and you run away because you think you're in love, but when you see a challenge, you know that you are actually not in what you think is love. So
there is a saying that says love conquereth all.
Oh yes, love.
So not in terms of religion.
No.
Okay.
Personally, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question, a simple question. So if you say love conquers all, right?
Yes.
Love conquers all. So you love this boy so much. So if you are walking on the road, then you see a lion coming, will you stand in front? You love him. So you hold the lion.
Wait, calm down. Now it has not gotten to that extent. Now which one is lying?
Oh wow.
Mr. Adegboyega, please, can you hear your opinion on this issue?
Well, like you said, it's a very deep question, and sincerely, I would begin to ask, what is love conditional or is love unconditional? And we have to start asking again, what is the essence of religion? And from my own opinion, because I may not want to answer it directly, because religion is supposed to teach us values, supposed to teach us how we should relate with our neighbors. And sincerely, I see a cute Muslim lady, nice, every features standing very well, and so beautiful. But because she's a Muslim. I can't date her. I can't marry. It's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be challenging. But sincerely, it's a big issue. It's a big issue because I've seen friends that maybe the father is a Muslim and the mom is a Christian, and because I remember even while in school, the guy will not go to fellowship with me because if his father is around, because the father is a Muslim and it's the father that is paying the bills, that is paying for the school fees, paying for this, and it got so serious to the extent that the guy likes playing I think trumpet or saxophone. That I think he still plays it, and he has to stop playing because the musical instrument is more peculiar to be Christians, and
Yes.
because of that, he could not even fulfill his passion of playing the saxophone because his dad is a Muslim and his dad that is paying. Not trying to judge his dad anyway,
Okay.
but because his dad that is, it's going to be a serious challenge even for the future of the children. But sincerely, if it's love, but why should it be religion now determine who I love? So because love is you could if I don't determine the kind of breath, if I don't determine the type of parent that give birth to me, so it should not
Why should I determine whom to fall in love
to
with?
fall in love because
Yes.
love happens. So I think it's not true love when religion start deciding who we love and who we don't get married to. But it's a serious issue. It's a serious issue.
So, would you say if you should fall in love with a Muslim girl as a Christian, and your parents say or your people say no, 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 because she's a Muslim, you won't get married to her, would you still go ahead with the marriage?
My parents will not decide who I get married to, so I think that is out of it. But sincerely, it's going to take a lot of pain, more determination to go ahead and say I want to, because like Abel said, there's a lot of changes that need to happen. Like for instance, as a Christian person, you have to go to church. Will your wife go to church with you? As a Christian person, there's a way of praying. You read your Bible. She has to read the Quran. But at the end of the day, is there a way that we could find similarities? Is there a way that we could understand each other? Is there a way that we could love each other? It's going to be hard, but I think it's something that is possible and it's something that we need to work it out.
But seriously, I feel as far the love is strong enough, religion should be a problem because religion on its own is love. Yes, religion is love.
It's all about love.
So if religion is to discriminate between a Christian and a Muslim, then there should be a question mark behind it.
No, but I think there's a problem there because if we feel that religion is just Christianity and Islam, then there is a problem.
Okay.
So religion is very broad.
Yes.
But in Nigeria or Africa, we have the African traditional religion,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
We have Hindus, we have Buddhists, we have other religions.
Yes.
But because primarily in Africa and Nigeria, what we practice is Christianity, Islam, and the African traditional religion.
Yes.
So think about it. You say you are in love. If a priest in a shrine, his son falls in love with you, will you take that boy to your father that you want to get married to him?
He's not going to dress in all those.
No, I agree. Most times you go to your parents and the first question they ask is, what family is he from?
Yes,
Right?
that's true.
We know we are going into different areas of religion, we're going to family, because most times in Africa, in Nigeria, family is key to us.
Yeah, true.
The major reason why I will say that religion matters to me is because I don't want to leave my future children confused. The family you're born into, I have cousins who are Muslims. I have a cousin who won the Quranic recitation in one of the states.
That's huge.
He recited the whole Quran from the first to the last. I also have a brother who is a priest. So I have family members from both religions. But the thing is choice. Because the truth is, you say you love someone. Are you willing to oversee, to go the extra mile? Because another thing is, in Africa and in Nigeria, we know that most children practice the father's religion.
True.
So that was one of the explanation that someone I liked so much, or I still like. We like each other a lot. And she said something. She said, I asked her the major reason why she cannot date someone who is not from her religion. And she said, because in her religion, the children would take after the father's religion. So that means her father is going to lose his grandchildren to another religion.
Wow.
That was her direct explanation.
Wow.
So it got me thinking as well, is it worth the sacrifice? We know that we are a family-oriented kind of people in Africa. In Nigeria specifically, you know that your family comes and plays a major role in your lifestyle and a lot of things that you do. So why should I confuse the future of my children, giving them tough decisions to
Can I
make?
come in there? Because the way you are saying confuse the future of the children, people end up becoming Christian by birth and end up getting confused. Recently, there's this popular Christian Joshua Harris. I don't know if anybody has read the book, Kids Dating Goodbye and all this. That I said it's a mistake that is confused about Christianity. So people end up becoming confused even when they are the one, even as pastors, they are preached to people about becoming a part of a religion. So I don't think it's the parents' fault.
No, I get
to
your point.
decide what the children end up becoming.
Okay, fine. Let's not just argue too much. Let's just go on a commercial break, or let's go on a short break. When we return, we'll continue from where we stopped. Welcome back, guys. Still on Real Issues. And don't forget, we still have our guests on our show. So you were saying,
Like I said, children can we should not start saying because you grew up in a Christian home or a Muslim home or a traditional home. That was how the father is Muslim, the mom is Christian. That's why you got confused. I think what the parents should do is to say they should allow the children choose whatever they want to do, but divert them, because at the end of the day, I think we are confusing each other with this religion.
Right, because sorry, I really like what you just said about directing them. So how do you direct them to what you do not know? So take it that you are now, as a Christian that you get married to someone who is not a Christian. What can you direct them to? You direct them to what you know, which is Christianity, right? So if their mother is not a Christian, she tries to direct them to what she knows. So what does that leave the child?
I think what the parents should direct them to is direct them to values.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, religion is about loving your neighbor, don't murder, don't kill, and which I think the major religion try to teach you. So I think it gets more confusing when you say the only way to communicate with God is by being a Christian. The only way to communicate to God is by being a Muslim. The parents should be open-minded, because that is why a lot of children, because we are trying to, apart from interaction that children have at home, they have interaction outside.
Oh yeah.
And through that interaction, they get information, they get education, and they get to choose their decision. So the parent cannot be an authoritarian, deciding, dictating how the children, and because of that, this has even caused a lot of conflict between parents and children, because the parents have turned themselves to semi-god in the life of the children, that say this is what you must do because you are my child, because I'm an Afa, you must marry an Afa, and you get them confused and all that. So I think
but you're going back to the same thing about confusing the child.
Okay, guys, just hold on. Okay, if our parents should actually determine who to share our life with, then how do we achieve unity?
Okay, no, but that's the different thing. So let me give an example with my family.
Okay.
My family is a very Nigerian family, right? I come from a very large family. I'm Idoma, so I have Idoma in-laws, I have Igbo in-laws, I have Yoruba in-laws, I have in-laws from the north, that's Hausa, in one family. I have in-laws from Kogi as well, right? So now they are waiting for me to bring an in-law from wherever it is. But now the most important part here is that is not a major factor to a large extent, because cross-cultural marriage has taken different faces now that is not so much of an issue anymore. But the issue of religion cannot be pushed aside at all when it comes to Nigeria, when it comes to our cultures, our values. The first thing they ask you is, first of all, they ask you, where is this person from?
Okay.
When you mention where the person is from, then they start asking what family, before they start asking of different details here and there. And why he talked about the not confusing them, the first point of call for any child born into this earth is the family he's born into. Even if he's an orphan, the motherless baby's home, or whoever picks him or her up, that's the first people he knows. So it's whatever he's taught in the formative years. That's why research has it that some children can learn as much as 6 to 9 languages before they are 10, because their mind is already sharp enough. So if a child is seen in one family and he's seen father practice this, mother practice this, father is going to the shrine, mother is going to the mosque or going to the church, whatever it is, growing up, he becomes, the vision is distorted. Then when he goes to school, for instance, imagine that he meets another child who is faced with the same situation. Both of them start trying to see how to figure out something. If you study theology as well in the seminary, my brother told me, one of my brothers is a priest, and he said something at a point in 300 level. One of their classmates say, "I not do again." Because he was confused. He did not know. There was one class, the man said, if you understand, but you see, that's the point. So if you take, the thing is, most of us in Nigeria, we accepted westernization, like we accepted the Western culture and religion, and we took it to the extreme. We practice Christianity more than the Christians, the people that brought Christianity to us. We practice Islam more than the people that brought Islam to us. That's why.
And demonize other religions.
Yes, but you see, the funny thing is, a close relative of mine went to Iran, which is a Muslim country. They were having a meeting, it was time for prayer, but they still had their meeting. The people were like, after the meeting, they will go on as long as the time for the prayer still. I grew up in Jos. Once it's prayer time on Friday, everywhere is blocked, they barricade roads, you cannot do anything, you go to the shop, you will wait, right?
Yeah.
Now we are taking it to the extreme. Now the point is for us to make sure that we do not do things out of proportion and end up losing the core values of what we are supposed to be protecting.
So whatever he's trying to say is, you should learn to know what works for you.
Perfectly.
If you know getting married to a Muslim will make your life so beautiful and will not cause confusion in the future, get married to her. But if you know it's Christian, is your own thing, please hold on. But as far as there is love and unity, because religion has failed if it fails to promote love and unity. So there we have it. Go on a break. Let's hear what our viewers on the streets, let's hear their take on this issue.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
So what is your name?
My name is Alaska Lady.
Okay, the question is, are you a Christian or a Muslim first? Okay, can you marry a Muslim?
Yes.
So what are your reasons?
My reason is that because you are serving the same God.
What if your family are against it or your partner family?
That's not love because you are serving one God.
So because of love, you can marry another
Religion.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. How are you?
I'm fine.
So what is your name?
Olushola.
Nice meeting you, Olushola. So the question, are you a Muslim or a Christian?
I'm a Christian.
Whoa. So can you marry a Muslim?
Sure.
So what are your reasons?
We all have the same God. As far as we are not serving idols, and it's only one God that's there for us to give all these accolades onto. So I don't think there's anything bad in marrying from other religions.
What if your parents or your families are against it?
My parents can't be against it because my family is partial Muslim, partial Christian.
What if? Oh, okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely, sir.
What is your name?
My name is Olawale.
Nice meeting you on Reflex Studio.
You're welcome.
No, the question is, are you a Muslim or a Christian, firstly? Can you marry a Muslim?
Of course I can marry him.
So, what are your reasons?
Firstly, I don't think religion should be the barrier for me to marry Muslim or Christian. I choose what I like. For the fact that I love her, I can marry her.
What if your families are against it or are? Or our families?
If I'm family are against and she love me, we can go ahead with marry. If my family did not agree, after all, my family will not be the one to rule my family for me. I will be the one to choose what I want to do.
That means if they refuse to bless your family, you still go ahead.
I don't know. If they refuse to bless my family, for the fact that God has blessed is because God did not say my family should choose for me. I should go. My man should go out to meet his wife so they can become one. You understand? God did not say that family should choose for a man. I don't think.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Good afternoon, sir.
What is your name, ma?
Veronica Wisdom.
Okay, ma. Are you a Muslim or a Christian?
I'm a Christian.
Okay, ma. So can you marry a Muslim?
I cannot marry a Muslim.
What are your reasons, ma?
Not because I hate them,
Okay.
but for my own choice, I can't. I'll marry a Christian like me.
So will you encourage your daughter or your daughters or sons to marry a Muslim?
Okay, I cannot encourage her or him to marry Muslim. But if he say he must marry, so fast peace will reign. She equal to tithes. But my son say he must marry a Muslim, so fast peace will reign. I cannot force him or her to do whatever she no be her mind.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, ma. Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
What is your name, ma?
I'm Isobi.
Okay, ma. Are you a Muslim or a Christian?
I'm a Christian.
Okay, ma. Can you marry a Muslim?
It depends on choice.
Okay, explain reasons.
Muslim, Christian, we are serving one God.
Okay.
But it depends on what you want on life. And I believe that marriage is love. So once you love the person and the person is a Muslim or a Christian, it doesn't matter. Because I have a friend that is a Christian and he married a Muslim husband. And they're living happily and peacefully. They have 5 children. The first daughter now is going to university. So they celebrate Christmas, they celebrate Muslim. So about Muslim or Christian depends on choice.
What if the families, your families or the man's family or the other partner families, they are against it?
To me, marriage is between 2 people, not family.
Thank you so much for advice.
Welcome back, guys. Still on Real Issue. We've gotten the opinion of the people on the streets about this particular issue. But we're not going to stay there. Let's get back to our guest. So, what is your final thoughts on this issue?
Well, my final thought is the same as my beginning thought.
Oh, that one.
It's a no-no.
Okay, that's so
And
direct.
yes, it's a no-no because the Bible in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14 says, do not be unequally yoked. So I will leave it at that. I know that love is good, love is a beautiful thing, but religion is important to me personally as Abel Alichino.
Okay, just like love is important, the religion is important.
Thank you very much.
Okay, back to you, Mr. Adibwega. What's your final take on this?
If you see a beautiful woman and you love the person, or you see a handsome guy and you love the person, religion should not determine what you eventually do with that person. Because I think to anybody watching anywhere in the world, I think we need to change our mind. We need to be more open-minded. Why religion? Religion is supposed to teach us value. Religion is supposed to teach us how we relate with each other. But why should religion decide how we now become, how we end up relating with each other?
Okay.
Because now we are now talking about marriage. You now say the same religion that is supposed to teach us how to relate with each other, to love your neighbor as yourself, not to murder, not to hate, is the now religion that is now saying you should not marry, and you start quoting thou shalt not be yoked. Because the same Muslim person will also quote this too.
Yes, agree.
And we end up
But what is your own
we end up creating division. We should love each other, despite whether pagan, you are Buddhist, you are a Christian, you are a Muslim.
But what's your own take?
My take is that we should love each other. Let religion.
Can you or can you not?
I can.
Okay,
I can.
perfect. So your take is you can.
You can't get married
I can't.
to an opposite religion.
Yes, let's make this work.
Okay, he said together we can actually make that work. There we have it, guys, on today's issue. I want to thank you very much for coming. It's a pleasure having you here. Like today, I'm so I don't know what to say, but you guys have really educated me in a way. So in case I fall in love with a Muslim brother, according to him, let's love rule.
Let's love.
And you said it's a no.
For me.
Okay, fine. We all have our individual differences, no understanding.
Definitely.
So I will conclude by saying whatever works for you as an individual, go for it. So thank you very much for coming. God bless you. Hope to see you next time. And to our other guests, thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you here with us.
Thank you.
Hope to see more of you
Yes.
next time. There we have it, guys, on Real Issues. Please don't forget to click and like on our Instagram, on our YouTube page at Reflex Studio, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Real Issues. See you will come your way next time. Always remember that we love you. Bye-bye.